Thank you very much, Jay, for coming today. This is part two, definitely of Battle of the Creek. This is my third year here at Northgate. The four gentlemen that I have up here with me all have played for me for all 3 years. Alden is a four-time varsity player. The other three all were on the varsity team when I got here. Our first year was trying, to say the least, at 6-20, just trying to get our feet wet and understand each other and the direction we were going as a program. And, it was tough. We knew that we needed to kind of retool and rebuild a program and not just have a team. And so we needed to build our program from all three levels, from our freshman team, junior varsity, and varsity. Put a lot of time in with the guys in the off season, and really started to put together, a special program. I feel, and we always talk about that as a program, not a team, of guys that really had one thing in mind in regards to making their experience at Northgate successful. And the four gentlemen that I have up here are just integral parts of that, and they have really become pillars of what we look for in guys that play for us, because it's not easy. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort. We live in such a saturated basketball area with so many good players and so many good teams, and every night in our league is always a battle. And this one just so happens to be guys that they went to middle school with and elementary school with, and live 2 or 3 miles from. And so it makes it bragging rights of the city type thing, and it is fun. It is fun. I think that's why we play high school sports, and along with that, but to make these guys better men. But it's a good time.
Want to start us off?
Sure. So I've been playing with and against a lot of the guys on that team that are seniors, including Aiden, since third grade. And I've been friends with those guys since then, and going after school and stuff like that. So I have some good friends on that team. So having the rivalry and not being able to beat them the past 3 years that I've been on the team, and this being our last chance, definitely raises the stakes a little bit. And yeah, the Las Lomas Northgate rivalry has always been huge, and being able to be a part of it has always been an honor.
So you've never beaten us?
I have never, in my four years, have never beaten Las
And what
Lomas.
was the overtime score again?
65-63.
Okay. That probably stung a little bit.
Little bit of a heartbreak, yeah.
I don't want to assume anything.
No,
but,
yes. I was, after the game, had to recoup myself, just move on to the next game, but it was definitely one that hit harder than others.
So one guy on that team the best from growing up?
Blake and Dylan,
Blake.
yeah, they're two of, I've been playing flag football against Blake since I can remember, and then we were on the same team, and we were on the same team with Dylan for CYO, so those are, yeah.
Two guys who may be playing college sports
Yes,
next year.
they,
One in football and
one
the
of them
other,
for sure, the
we'll
other
see.
one, yeah.
Okay, so how is it after an overtime game when you're pals with those guys and you still haven't beaten them?
Yeah, I mean, I had hung out with them a little bit before the game. Didn't really text them or anything after, but it I don't know. It just, yeah, it makes it's I don't know. I'm trying to think.
You're okay.
But yeah.
It's a 2-point game, so you guys were right there in the last one. How do you sort of get over that? But I mean, that's a tough loss.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely stung. We ended the game right in regulation, in a situation where we thought we could have done better. We are more mentally prepared now, though. I feel like we learned a lot as a team. So for that game, yeah, it was a heartbreak in the moment, but I think it was definitely a crucial cornerstone of our season where we learned how to handle ourselves in late game situations, and I think that'll give us an edge moving towards playoffs and bigger games like this.
How do you become a better team in late game situations? Does it take one of those?
Yeah, I would say it definitely takes one of those because you have to be in situations where you learn from them. And to lose a game like that in a situation where we thought we could have won, we were up, I believe, with we had 8-point lead with about 2 minutes left. So it definitely was hard to watch that dwindle away. But it definitely takes some blows to learn your lesson. So I feel like as a team now we understand what we need to do in those situations, and that'll make us stronger for it.
Jordan, is it a matter of, when you guys look at the tape or prepare for this one, man, if we had gotten one more defensive stop here that we converted on the other end, I mean, in a 2-point game, it really is a matter of one or two little things that go your way that determine that. Is that fair?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they made big threes at the end of the game where we were like, oh, if we just, got a little closer to them on this possession, they wouldn't have made the shot. But, it comes up to the entire game. It shouldn't have gotten to that position at the end where we gave them the chance to tie it up or get the lead. We have to, play a solid game for all 4 quarters, and that's what we have to do tomorrow or Tuesday.
Ethan, what does this rivalry game mean to you? I mean, you've been through it a few times. We know that Alden hasn't won one of these.
Yeah.
He's the most experienced guy on the team.
Yeah, he is. But this game means a lot to me because I grew up watching my brother play in this game and watching how many people would go out to the games and seeing how that rivalry grow up. It was crazy to see, and I said to myself, I want to be in that rivalry game. And I just fell in love with how many people came to the games, and it was crazy just hearing up all the news about it, and I would see my brother in the papers the next game about it, and it was crazy. So this game means a lot to us.
What's your older brother's name?
Matt Trowbridge.
Okay, and he's how much older than you?
He graduated in 14. Yeah.
So enough that you were not.
Mhm.
You were a young kid.
Yeah, I was a young kid, so I looked up to it a lot. Yeah.
Certainly. And are we talking about? I mean, how many fans are we talking at these games typically?
Yeah, sold out. So we're at both gyms are at capacity.
That's a good. That's a great atmosphere.
It is a great atmosphere. I mean, you walk into a game like that, and we get a lot of young kids that come out to watch. Our middle school kids and a lot of CYO programs, and people just from the community. And it's I think that our team has really kind of lit the fire back under the program, and it's fun. It's a great atmosphere to be in, and I'm very proud of the boys for putting their best foot forward and really competing. So it's been a neat process to watch.
Some of you have played together for years. What is sort of the legacy you want to leave for the younger guys coming up, and setting a tone for what you want to achieve?
You want it?
For the idea of legacy, I think this senior class's biggest legacy was the work ethic and the culture start that we had. When Ron came in, it was definitely a major change in culture. We went from almost no summer practices to every day, 6 a.m., getting up, working out, then going to weights after. And it was a major shift, and obviously the first year we didn't see what we wanted to see record-wise. But to come back last year and see the improvements we made and how encouraging that was, and then buying into the program and getting younger kids to buy into the program and getting more and more kids to those summer workouts. I mean, I feel like since Coach Ron has taken over, our program has grown enormously. We've had 100+ kids at tryouts for the last 3 years. So it's not even just a change of basketball culture, but it's a change of the actual culture of our school and how basketball is becoming a focal point again instead of the afterthought of winter sports.
How do you guys all keep each other accountable to do that? Because that is a big commitment.
It is a very big commitment. We keep each other accountable because it all comes back to winning. So if one of us doesn't show up to 6 a.m. practice, we won't all be on the same page for the next game. Because we would have summer games throughout the summer every weekend. So when we would have practices, everyone would have to be there so we would know what we were doing. So if someone was late, we'd call them right away. They'd be sleeping. They'd get over there right away. So we would always take care of each other.
Is there also a group, some of the teams who've come in before you have had a group chain of communication, whether it's a text chain or do you guys have something like that maybe Aiden had a tough day at school with a test or something? I'm just using that as an example where you might need a pick-me-up, right? We all do it at some point. How do you guys go about that too?
Well, I mean, the back of our shirt says "all in all the time," and underneath, I believe it says "brotherhood," and it's the idea of that we're not just like a group of players. Yeah, we're a band of brothers playing basketball together. That we happen to be a basketball team, but I mean, I hang out with these guys outside of school. Like, if I need anything, they got me. They're the first people I turn to. So we just happen to be a basketball team, but I feel like these are my best friends, and these are my brothers, and these who I go to war with for basketball.
Jordan, what do you guys like to do as a group that maybe builds that camaraderie when you're not on the court?
I mean, all sorts of things. After practice, we'll go get some food. A lot of the times we go down to Mod Pizza. Me and Aiden and a bunch of other guys will go down to Rocco's or
Bagel Street.
Bagel Street after morning practices at 6 a.m. I mean, and then even when we don't have practice, a lot of times we'll end up at a basketball court at 10 o'clock at night just playing pickup games. A lot of times during the summer that would happen, just all the way till almost midnight we'd be at a court. It'd be just memories that we make together.
Even with a 6 a.m. the next morning?
I don't know about if we had it next morning,
Sometimes.
but sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The luxury of being young.
To go back about the 6 a.m. practice, coach would always say, ask about other teams like Aklani's, Campo, all these other teams that are in our league that we're playing, and knowing that these guys probably aren't up right now, they're probably sleeping in, they'll have practice at 12, 1 o'clock, something like that, but we're getting it in because it shows, one, you have a whole team, a whole group of guys there that everyone's really bought into what we're doing.
I think, as you can hear by the multiple laughter or of the guys laughing, it's a very close group of boys, and I think that's what the staff and myself, that's what we try and instill in them, is just because there are going to be hard times, ups and downs, and basketball is such, it's like a roller coaster, and we try and play as flatline as we can in regards to being calm and playing at our pace, and just all the things that go along with basketball. But they'll be there for each other, and that's what we always tell them. In 20 years, these are the small things that you're going to talk about, right? In an event like this, or when we traveled to San Diego last year and won that tournament, those type of things that when they go out to dinner together, or the sleepovers, or the breakfasts that we have at parents' house, and all of these things will, I had my 30-year reunion, and I still talk to my team about the same things that these guys are experiencing, and so it supersedes the basketball court. We have 3 freshmen on this team,
Okay.
and usually I don't usually take many freshmen, because it's a big jump to go from being 13 or 14 years old to playing 18-year-old men in a varsity game, and the pace of the game, the strength, and all these things kind of play into that. And so I've got 3 young ones out there that do very well, and this is something that in the next 4 years that they're going to be a part of. It's going to be part of their fabric as well. And so I'm excited for them, but I just hope that they're able to learn from these guys up here, and because I think that's important, and because I think that they had a chance to really benefit from some strong leaders that we had in the senior class.
How big's your rotation run?
I probably go 9 or 10.
Okay, so you're playing a lot of kids.
I play a lot of kids.
And just, do you trust some of these guys to say, I need a breather?
Yeah.
I'm guessing they don't want to.
No, but I trust them, and I think that for the most part, it's a matchup thing, because who we're playing and what they do, and then whoever's hot. Nikki it gets hot sometimes. Dylan gets hot sometimes, and it's guys that are feeling it. And to mess with that is, you have to play in the flow of the game. And so and I told him in there, someone's going to be the hero tomorrow night. And who is it going to be? It's going to be someone who's put in the time and who's ready to step up to that big moment. And it's going to be a stop or a shot or taking a charge or jumping on a loose ball. It's going to be one of those. And like this last game was a 1-possession game, right? 1 possession. And so we're excited. We're really excited.